People have been saying my voice is sounding all like rough and husky.
That's not in a good way.
Oh,
No, it's better today than last week. It's a bit better. Um,
it's just I'm sick. I'm very sick. I'm a very old sick man. I've got flus and all sorts of nasty things.
mhm, mhm.
I mean, just flu, I think.
You were sick last week. It's been a week, man.
It's been 3 weeks. It might be
Wow.
something worse. It might be like some sort of disease
hmm
beyond just a flu. I don't know what else you get. Bronchitis. It might be bronchitis.
Oh my God. Don't
It
say
might
stuff
be
like that, man.
TB.
If you Google
I don't
it,
want bronchitis.
if you Google it, it's gonna be cancer, 100%.
It's good, definitely. I've been coughing 3 weeks. How come you're not dead?
Yeah, yeah.
Are you sure you're not dead? You must be dead. I think you would die if you had cancer in 3 weeks. Right, no, let's not Google that. Right, today we're talking about space
Yeah.
because don't sound too enthusiastic.
Well, I was as a kid, I was really into it, and then I kind of went off space as I got older. I don't know why.
How do you go off space? Talk me through that process.
Um,
I
I
know it's
think
amazing and there's billions of stars and it's like the whole universe and there's so many things going on. There's so much we don't know and it's so amazing. But now allow
I
that.
don't know. It's a good point actually. I remember doing physics A level. I remember everything around space, particle physics. It was just fascinating. Um, and then I kind of got more into history as I got older. Like
Right.
history got more interesting. But I
The
don't
history
know.
of
I don't know.
space. The
No, no, no.
history of space. It's been
Not
there
the
for a
history
long
of
time.
space. Yeah, do you know what it is? I think after you space is huge, obviously, but after you kind of learn about the stuff, like the main stuff,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
planets, the stars nearby, the galaxy, like what else is there?
You
Like
say
everything.
nearby. Say
What,
nearby.
what else is there? And then you're already wowed by the distances and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and then after you've been wowed, it's hard to get wowed anymore. Oh, there's another
Rewowed.
star. And then what's
Yep,
amazing
rewowed.
though is that so many people have no idea about space and the vastness of it, which is fine.
That's
Um,
true. They don't get it. They can't comprehend.
like my wife has this like running joke because I tried to explain to her how when you look at the stars, you're looking at them how they looked a million years ago. Like some of those stars,
In the
that's
past. Yeah.
that you're looking at how they are a million years ago, and like it's so difficult to explain to someone, and like kind of we laugh
Metal G's
about
might
it.
already have gone supernova, right?
Yeah. Or if they had an amazing telescope from that star and they looked at us, they'll be like dinosaurs, like
Yeah.
because they're seeing because the light has taken so long to get there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Or the Earth is not even there yet. It's as far away as
yeah,
us.
yeah. Um, so
Never
yeah, the
seen it. There's a light.
vastness and like I remember as a kid, like a side story, I was really into space. I said to my parents, right, I want to be an astronomer.
I did that.
Right? And my parents said,
It's
and I
like
must have been
stuff
about
for a lot.
eight.
Stuff for a lot.
My parents said, I was about 8 or 9. My parents like, what's your wife gonna say if you're staring at the sky all night? I was like, don't. I didn't get it. I didn't get it at the time. But it's just so cruel, man, to say that to a kid. I was like, what's my
That's
wife
funny.
got to do with any of
What's that
this?
got to do with anything? That's very funny. Classic. Right. So anyway, space.
Mm,
So they did this Artemis 2. I don't know. Where did I miss Artemis 1
Artemis.
first of all?
Yeah, so I've not been
That's
keeping up with stuff like that,
that's the launch to the moon. When was
but
one?
yeah, when was Artemis 1 then?
I don't know. Let's have a look.
Um, we missed that
Was
movie. We missed. I don't like watching the sequel without seeing the film.
Artemis 1.
Doesn't even come up. Oh, here we go. Is it?
2022 apparently. It just went around the moon and came back.
Oh, interesting.
Why
So,
do they need to do that? If they've been to space, they've been to the
mhm,
moon,
yeah.
and they landed, and they
Mm-mm,
did a whole boogie and everything.
Mm-mm.
Why do they then need to do Artemis 1 to go around it, just to see if they can still do it? It's not. It's nice, like riding a bike. I'm sure if you go
I
once,
don't
you can go
know.
again quite easily.
I don't know.
See, stuff like this makes me
Mm.
very skeptical about landing on the moon. I think they probably did, but they do stupid things like this. Why didn't you go land on the moon instead of, oh, we can go around it? I know you can go around it. You went around it 100 years ago or 70 years ago.
If we start going down that road, people are just gonna switch off We- about this whole
No, no, that's how
conspiracy.
you
It didn't
get all
happen.
the people to
Yeah.
watch. That's how you get all the people to watch. People
Yeah.
love conspiracy theories.
Oh yeah. I don't believe in dinosaurs. It doesn't say it in the
I don't
Quran.
believe
I swear it
the
doesn't
Earth is
say.
round. Oh, no, no, that's wrong. The Earth is flat. The Earth is square shaped.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah.
The Earth
I
is
didn't
triangular.
take I didn't get a COVID vaccine. I still haven't. See, I'm fine. Anyway.
Maybe that's why I'm dying because I had a COVID vaccine.
Yeah, maybe. That's what
Damn it.
that's what COVID people say. So
COVID
yeah,
vaccines are really interesting.
why is that?
We'll
Oh,
talk about that later. COVID vaccines are really interesting.
okay.
Because I had the funky one.
Which one? There was that
The
AstraZeneca.
yeah,
AstraZeneca?
yeah,
No?
yeah. It came from space. Um, it was what's it called? RDA, RDB. Wait,
No. You got that RDA one. Wait,
money,
what's
money.
that? What's that
Remember that when
RDA one?
it goes money. The RDA was. So anyone who doesn't understand the money thing at the beginning of the song, there's a
Mm,
guy who's called something,
yeah.
whatever, Bridging the Money,
Mm.
and they just kind of repeat. What do you call that when they repeat something in a song? When their DJs do that, and they go money,
Scratch.
money,
I don't know.
money,
Scratching
money.
remix.
That's not scratchy. That's called something else. Repeating. We know
Your
nothing about DJ.
your connection's really on and off. Am I
Why
am
is
I
it?
smooth? Am I smooth? That's not what you know
Oh
what I mean.
yeah, it's smooth. My connection is good.
Okay. It's just
Let's see
all
something
right.
else here.
When you watch the recording, is it okay?
Yeah, so far it's
Yeah.
been okay.
Okay, fine. That's all right. Okay.
Um, so in this song called
Mm.
Butsadare, at the beginning
Yeah,
of
yeah.
it,
I know the
he
one.
goes
Yeah.
money, money,
Yeah.
money, money, and it always makes me laugh because he turns this name into the word money. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Artemis 1. And then
No, we're
where
talking about
else?
something
So,
else. Oh,
oh,
RDA, right?
okay. Oh
That's where we
yeah.
go to
Yeah.
RDB, right?
Yeah.
So basically, they pump this stuff into you,
Yeah.
and it's not anything, right? So it's not a vaccine for that thing. It's
Mm-mm.
just the protein that can become the equivalent white blood cell. I
Mm-hmm.
think I might be
Mm.
completely wrong with this, so we might need to come back next week and
Mm-hmm.
fix this.
Mm-hmm.
So then this stuff floats around inside you, this protein,
Mm-hmm.
and when it finds the virus,
Mm-hmm.
it goes, oh, I know what I need to change into because that's the virus that I need to attack. So
Mm-hmm.
then it changes into the appropriate type of white blood cell or
Mm-hmm.
T cell or whatever it's called.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, now it's going slow. That's it's went like that.
Yeah.
Then it changes into the appropriate whatever it is anti
Yeah.
that virus
Yeah. Yeah.
and kills and attacks the virus as it's needed, which is pretty clever. And then because it's done it once, it stays around, and therefore you've got the appropriate protection from that type of virus.
Yeah.
The issue is
I have
every
heard
time the
of
virus changes, then you need it again, which is a bit stupid. That's just stupid. I don't
yeah,
understand how how it's really you're
well,
not really inoculated.
that's a whole nother topic, the pharmaceutical industry. I mean, everything is about
Mm,
profit. End of the
yeah,
day, like so there's gonna be some nuances where we need to keep this thing going, like so we can make money
yeah,
from it. Yeah, I was speaking to a chemist about this, and basically, and it's not surprising, right? They're not going to do any research. No one's going to fund you for any research unless there's going to be something, some profit out of it eventually.
yeah. True.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
Whereas
why.
in
That's
the
why.
in the old days, it was more about discovering things and curing things and stuff like that. I mean, going off topic, every single cure in the last 100 years, I'd say, not every single, don't quote me, but the major cures have been discovered accidentally. So,
Penicillin.
penicillin, Viagra, and there was something else as
Oh,
well.
calling Viagra a cure.
Well, yes, for a lot of things. But it was originally it was something to do with blood pressure. They were it was supposed to
That
it
makes
was
sense.
medicine for blood pressure, and they saw the
Yeah.
after effects, and they thought, hang on a minute, this after effects is really useful. So yeah,
Oh yeah. Sorry.
it's a family show. It's a
Stop being
family
childish.
show. It's a
Sorry, stop
family
being
show.
childish. Um, so Artemis 1 was back in 2002.
Hmm.
It was uncrewed lunar orbital flight test, lasted 25 days.
Yeah,
Um, tested the Orion spacecraft's heat shield at
yeah.
speeds only up to 24,581 miles per hour,
Mm.
which is a bit faster than.
You reading about
Um,
Optimus 1, yeah, or 2?
yeah, one.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Mission was a success. Orion splashed down the Pacific Ocean,
Hmm.
uncrewed. It carried this is payload. While uncrewed, it carried human-sized mannequins for
Hmm.
radiation testing.
Hmm.
This they shouldn't do things like this. This is a really
Hmm.
bad thing to do
Hmm. Hmm.
because surely they know how to shield people from radiation if they've already
Yeah.
been to the moon. What's that about? They shouldn't have done that. I think that was a very dodgy thing to do. Big mistake. So then they decided to do an Artemis 1,
Mm.
sorry, 2,
2, yeah.
um, and that's the recent one,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which has now gone. It's already near the far side of the moon for some reason. Is it already
Hmm. Hmm.
there? Oh, that's quick. Don't mess about, isn't
Um,
it?
yeah, so like I think it's gonna go or it's on its way to the dark side of the moon. So that's the side of the moon we never see. Um,
That's dark.
that which is like that's quite fascinating in itself. Like we only ever see one side of the moon.
Yeah, that's
Um,
quite cool.
and yeah, so I mean like yeah, we could talk about
That's
the
like
moon
this,
for
right? So
ages.
they hit the
Yeah.
moon.
Mm,
So they hit the
yeah.
moon,
Yeah.
and so the moon doesn't spin like this.
Hang on a minute.
I
The
assume
moon, does it? No, it doesn't.
it doesn't spin on its axis, right?
God, we know about this. Does the moon?
We
Let
spent
me
like
double
five
check.
minutes going, oh, we're really in space.
Um, does the moon or not? What's the word? Rotate. That's it on its axis.
Rotate on its axis. Well,
Don't
that
think
takes
it
ball.
does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's amazing. The
Then
fact that it
how does it?
rotates, but
How does it always stay
it's
in the same place?
okay. But
Boom!
um
I came
because
with tools.
I didn't even know this. It rotates perfectly in sync, so the Earth only sees one side.
Right. So here's the Earth,
That's
which is
amazing.
rotating. I know I've got two types of balls.
No, not that. I mean,
Um,
like the fact that we
oh,
only see one side. That's
right.
amazing.
So
If you
it
realize that.
it turns like this. So keep your eye
Yeah,
on the Slazenger sign here.
yeah,
Right. So it's turning that way, and then here's a
mm,
Dunlop sign. So I'm
mm.
assuming it turns like that. I don't understand how that works though.
No,
And
do you
then
know
when it
why? No, no, no. Listen. So we see phases of the moon, right?
yep,
So, the dark side is facing us, but
when it's dark.
but the sun's not shining on it. If that makes sense. So you know what a new
Right.
moon is, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
a new moon is basically we're seeing the dark
Whereas
side.
you can't see anything.
Well, you
Yeah.
can't see anything, you can't see anything. But
Right.
that what's amazing is that that's perfectly in sync when you think about it.
So shall I tell you a mad? This is one of my favorite facts about space, right?
Yeah.
So it's unlikely, well, it's definitely not anywhere else in the solar system. You don't get an eclipse,
Okay.
right? But
Mm.
on Earth, you do because imagine this is the sun, right? This is
Yeah.
the sun, shining
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
light,
Mm-mm.
and this is the Earth, and this is the moon.
Yeah.
So what happens is when you get a solar eclipse, the moon comes in between the Earth and the
Yeah.
sun, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But the weird thing is, it covers it exactly,
Exactly. Exactly.
right? Exactly, like you see
Exactly.
just the outside
Even though it's 300 times smaller.
atmosphere of the sun.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's 300 or 400 times, something like that smaller,
It
right?
is. It is. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But it's the exact same amount
Exact.
closer
Yeah.
to the Earth than the sun is.
Yeah. There's too many exacts. There's
That's
too
like,
many exacts.
what?
I know. I know.
And therefore, when it happens the other way around, when the Earth
Mm,
comes here
mm, mm,
and it
mm.
covers the moon and the moon goes
Yeah.
all red, it
Yeah.
covers it completely.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's just mad. How is
There's
that
too many.
like, people are like, oh yeah, it's just a coincidence. It's like, I don't understand how they are willing to suspend their belief and go, right, yeah, it's just a coincidence.
Yeah, just
Can't
happened by
possibly
chance. Yeah, yeah,
happen by
yeah.
chance. That just happens.
You know, yeah, there's lots of things that are just happen by chance. For example, the fact that the distance of the Earth from the sun is perfect for life to kind
Yeah.
of work. Because if it was a bit too close, a bit too far, life wouldn't exist. The moon has like the moon causes the tides, okay,
Yep.
which is like really like difficult to comprehend, but it's just kind of like the moon's gravity pulls the water and causes the
Yeah, yeah,
tide.
yeah.
I'm sure there's other things that the moon affects. Obviously, our calendar system, the lunar calendar is the moon, uses the moon. But like there's other effects of the gravity of the moon that probably you don't know, or I don't know, as well. Um,
Hmm. And it's not always exactly the same distance away either. It kind of goes closer and
no,
further.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Um,
yeah,
because
yeah,
neither of the things are exact circles,
yeah.
right? So they've got
Oh,
bits that have more gravity on the
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Earth, and
yeah,
therefore it pulls it a bit closer or pulls it a bit further away. And then
yeah,
the fact that they're moving
yeah,
is they causes them to gravitate like this,
yeah,
which is really cool.
yeah.
And one of
And
the
like,
facts that I found
mm,
out was really interesting. You could
mm,
put basically every planet
mm.
between the Earth and the Moon.
Huh?
Yeah,
That's how far it is? No.
yeah,
You
that's how far
sure?
it is.
What,
Yeah,
even Jupiter? Not
it's
Jupiter, man.
300,000 kilometers. Even Jupiter,
No, you can't put Jupiter. Jupiter's
300,000
massive, man.
kilometers. Right,
You
someone's at the
can't.
door, which is really annoying. Give me a minute.
I'm gonna look up this amazing
Look
fact.
it up. I can still hear you, brother. You might hear my children going, "Oh, let me in." Can you hear me still?
Yes.
That a mad fact or what? Have I blown your mind?
I'm looking it up because I don't believe it.
Great.
What?
Exactly. So how far across is Jupiter? It's like what, 100,000 miles across?
What? That the moon is that far?
Yeah.
How did I not know this? Is this real? What am I on? I'm on the Reddit group Space. All planets can fit between that.
So
What?
Jupiter is 139,000 kilometers across. So it's very large.
That
It's
is
very large. It's the largest of all planets,
I am blown away by that. I didn't realize.
right? So you get your Jupiter, you get a bit of
Mm,
Saturn, and
mm,
then you get the two other new Neptune and Uranus,
mm.
and then the other ones are tiny. So
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, well,
right.
that is
So that
interesting.
basically uh, Jupiter and Saturn take up 2/3 of the space,
Mm, mm, mm.
and then Uranus is pretty massive as well.
Hmm. Uranus. Can we call it Uranus? No, yeah.
50,000 kilometers. Uh,
No, I found this nice
Neptune
diagram when
is
I
49.
Googled it.
Yeah,
It's a nice diagram. Yeah, I get. Okay, I didn't know that. Didn't realize the moon and so, which makes it even more amazing that the moon covers the whole sun, like because of the
yeah,
distance and how perfect that is. Like
it's
how
exactly right.
it's
Yeah,
exactly. That's mind blowing. You see what I mean? I'm getting into space again. But this, yeah. So what are we talking about? Artemis 2 is going to the moon.
there's the moon.
Oh, there's
Whether
some
it's
ast hang
it's
on. So there's
it's
astronauts.
manned or
It's mad.
womaned,
So there's people that far away right now.
manned and womaned. Yeah. So where are they now? They are. So the people's names are Reed Wiseman. That's a great name. He's if this some sort of Fantastic Four type situation happens, he's definitely going to become some sort of rubber
Yeah, yeah,
person.
yeah, yeah.
Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover. Yeah, he's going to become the thing.
What's our Victor?
And
Victor. Hang on. Perfect name. Is
there's
there
a lady called
Clarence there?
Christine
Oh, is there anyone called Clarence? Oh my God.
Close. There's
That'd
a
be
Christine Lecoq.
okay. Would have said, do you have
But
clearance?
there is three. I thought there were before. Oh no, there is. The Jeremy Henson. So Jeremy is going to become the fire guy, and Christina is going to become the invisible lady.
Mm,
That's it. That's sorted. They definitely become Fantastic Four.
that is crazy. That's a
It's the second flight of the SLS system, which is the Space Launch System. Crew mission Orion spacecraft. Wow, it's the first time anybody's going near the moon since 1972. Which you got to ask, well, what were we waiting for?
I think it costs quite a bit, I don't think.
I know, but surely if you can find some gold or something on the moon, they can find oil on the moon. Trump will be up there like nobody's business.
Yeah, it must cost a bomb. Who's paying this? It better not be taxpayers' money.
Obviously,
I
maybe
don't.
Elon Musk is paying for it. Might as well do something useful.
Mm.
Right, time for another amazing solar system fact.
Yeah, go on.
Right, the sun
Yeah,
is 98% of the solar system's mass. Yeah,
the fat bastard.
like
That's
more
a
more than I think 98.3 or something like that. It is bigger than all of the rocky planets, which are very, the mass is actually quite high.
yeah.
It's bigger than more massful. Is massful a word? More massive. That's the right word.
Mm,
More
mm,
massive
mm.
than Jupiter, Neptune, etc.,
Yeah,
Saturn,
yeah,
and all
yeah.
that,
Mm, mm,
including all the mass of all the Oort cloud, which is all these like
mm. Yeah,
icy kind of things out
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Any of those little baby planets, that's all of that mass is
Mm-hmm.
only like 1.5, 1.6, maybe 1.7%.
Yeah, yeah.
The sun is the rest of it. It is that massive. That is ridiculous. That is some serious mass. That's more mass than me.
Um, what's the yeah.
I've always wanted a telescope. I never bought a telescope. I've always wanted, like, since I was about
Really?
15. Yeah, I've always wanted a telescope.
What's your wife gonna say if you look at us in the sky one
Yeah,
night?
this is true. Just like get inside.
Um, yeah, I think when you see it, it's like you can get these apps now and you can see the planets.
Yeah,
Uh, and when I first you could see Mars, you could see Jupiter.
yeah,
I was like, wow, mind blown. I didn't even realize you could see it with a naked
yeah,
eye.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
I did, but I didn't know where to look. But now with apps and
yeah.
stuff, you can kind of it can show you. That's pretty mind blowing. Um, but the vastness is what gets me about space, man. And
So
here gone.
I was at a friend's house,
Mm,
and he's got kids. Like he's got a daughter who's about 10,
mm,
and really
mm,
sweet kid, like proper nerdy, like
mm, mm.
little science geek kid. And so he's just looking at the sky because we're all like standing around, like, oh,
Yeah.
that's Jupiter, or maybe it was Mars. And she was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's Mars." And she was like, "What do you mean that's Mars?" I said, "That's the planet Mars." And she could not believe it. Like literally was not. Like there's that meme where the guy's going like that, and there's all this stuff going on. He can't work it out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Her face was like that. She could not understand. She could not comprehend the fact that this was actually a planet that she
Yeah.
could see from with
You
her
can
with her
see
bare eyes.
naked eyes. Yeah, 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 yeah. Um,
The
I
vastness. What are you
know,
saying about?
huh? The vastness.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like like our sun is massive, obviously.
yeah,
Um, but compared to other stars, it's a baby. Like have
yeah,
there's some other stars that are just humongous. Like the vastness of space is like so difficult to comprehend. And a little thing that I like, a fact that I like is that we're made of stardust. You know.
yeah,
Because when the star is born and it's formed, so the planets and everything is like a result, is basically the dust from the stars just clumping
yeah.
together. And from those clumps together, we form and we go back to the Earth when we die, and then like it's just the same dust just going round and round in circles, which is like
But the
pretty
weirdest
mind
thing
blowing.
ever is obviously when a supernova happens, right?
Mm,
So
mm,
when there's a really big sun, a
yeah.
really big star,
Hmm.
at the end of its life, basically there's two things that are holding it together, right? It's
Yeah.
like a balloon, right?
Yeah.
So there's this radioactive stuff happening inside.
Hmm. Hmm.
So basically, um, because there's so much heat and pressure,
Mm,
the lighter elements are becoming heavier. So
hmm.
what happens is hydrogen gets forced together to become helium.
Yes.
Hydrogen,
Yeah.
helium, boron, carbon,
Yeah. Yeah.
hydrogen, helium, lithium, boron, carbon, maybe oxygen. I can't remember what
Mm,
they are, right? So
mm,
they go along.
mm,
So as they go along, they become more dense, and as they
mm.
become more dense, they become their gravity gets higher,
Heavy. Yeah. Yeah.
right? So basically, what happens is it's a balancing act.
Mm, mm, mm,
So as the when it's big and it's got lots of energy,
mm,
there's
mm.
still lots of hydrogen and helium to burn off.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
burns off the hydrogen, burns off the helium,
Hmm.
burns off boron, burns off. So it
Mm,
burns. It turns those into the next element along, and as it
mm,
turns it into the next element along, it blasts out all the heat and radiation, right?
mm,
And
mm,
that blasting out literally
mm.
pushes it out. What
Yeah.
happens is eventually the gravity of it gets greater and greater,
Yeah.
and the radiation can't keep pushing it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then what happens? It kind of goes in, and as it
Yeah.
goes in, it gets this kind of last hurrah,
Mm,
and
mm,
the radiation overtakes. It goes, right, I'm going to take everything it takes to
mm.
turn the radiation outwards, and it's supernovas, like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. Yeah.
massive, massive, the biggest
Yeah.
explosion
Yeah.
you can imagine, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is some stars who are smaller, they just turn into neutron stars. So
Yeah.
they're just this like really dense, heavy,
Yeah.
like a
Ridiculously
thimble
dense.
worth. I think
Yeah.
a thimble worth of a neutron star weighs as much as the Earth. It's like
Yeah. Yeah.
ridiculously heavy,
Yeah.
right?
Just can't even
It's you
imagine
got
that.
unimaginably heavy kind of
Yeah.
material.
Mm,
However, if it's even bigger than that, it becomes so heavy that the gravity becomes really high, right? And
yeah.
this is
Yeah.
just the most mad, fascinating thing. So
Yeah.
when the gravity becomes really high,
Yeah.
things can't get away from it.
Mm, mm,
Around this event
mm.
horizon, which is the point at which the gravity affects things,
Yeah. Yeah.
it starts to affect everything within that and pulls it
Mm,
inside.
mm,
And what
mm,
happens is the more it pulls inside, the heavier it gets, the more gravity it
mm,
gets, and the bigger it gets. And the gravity becomes so high that it stops light from escaping,
mm. Yeah.
right? And that's what a black hole is.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
But there's something that I don't understand, right? And I don't know
Mm,
if you've heard about this, but apparently when something gets sucked into a black hole,
mm.
it doesn't lose information,
What do you mean information?
which I don't understand that. So there's the the content of the thing
Mm.
doesn't get destroyed. So if it's a helium atom,
Yeah.
does the helium atom have one proton and two neutrons? No, one
Yeah.
proton and two electrons.
Oh, God, I should know this, but yeah, I don't.
I think so.
Anyway.
I don't know,
Yeah.
let's lose helium. Right. So
Yeah.
basically, if you took it out the other side, it would still know
Yeah.
that that's the information it had.
Yeah. The thing is,
I don't understand it.
no, well, you might not understand. The other thing is
And two neutrons, two protons, and two
yeah,
electrons.
when
Oh yeah.
at that event horizon you're talking about, at that point,
Mm.
the normal rules of physics just goes out the window.
Breakdown. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is why it's impossible for us to kind of understand what happens because we understand things based on observations and science and physics and the rules around physics. But apparently at that point, all the rules go out the window. So then it's just like anything is possible, and that's what space and movies, that's what they do, they have these wormholes, don't they, where like
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
through and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, it's mind blowing. I think one of the other things that I was talking about black holes is time. When you
Yeah.
because time is so linear to us, right? Time is so kind of yeah, it's
Yeah.
so linear. The concept of time is so simple because we experience it. But in space, time just goes a bit funny, doesn't it? And it's like Um, and because of the fact that light takes so long to travel, there's even, there's experiments where if I had a clock on the ground, and if we synced our clocks, right, and you went on a plane somewhere, right, you flew somewhere and then you landed, we met up again, your clock would be like a few seconds fast or slow.
Yeah,
That
few
that
few seconds
I forgot what it is.
slower.
That's just mad. That
Yeah,
doesn't even make sense.
faster.
I'll have to
So
Google it.
because
But
gravity affects time,
yeah, yeah.
right? That's the weird thing. So as you go through, um, so imagine it like this, right? So the Einstein famously came up with this
Mm,
this idea of space-time continuum, right? So he said it's like, imagine like there's a uh, like a balloon stretched over something,
hmm.
right? So when you put something which is might be big but is relatively light,
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
balloon kind of goes, the material in the balloon goes down a little bit, right?
Yes, yeah.
And therefore anything that goes past it is deflected a little bit,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
right? So when you put something slightly heavier on there, which is
Mm,
more denser, then it stretches it much more,
mhm, mhm,
right? So the idea of a black hole is it stretches it so far
mm.
that nothing can get out. Instead of going past, it goes round, round, round like this and goes into it.
Yeah.
That happens with light. That happens with energy. That happens with
Mm,
matter.
yeah.
But apparently, it also happens with time,
That's mad.
right? And this is where things get weird because once you go in there,
Mm,
time stops. The faster you go, the more time slows down,
mm,
right?
mm.
Because time equals mass. No, time equals distance times
Time equals
speed equals distance times
distance
velocity,
over
right?
speed equals distance over time. So
Yeah,
time
distance over
equals
time.
distance over speed.
Yeah. So the faster you're going,
Mm, mm.
the slower time goes. So if
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah,
speed is
yeah,
basically
yeah.
how much you travel over what time,
I
right?
think, but that equation might not apply in that situation because when things go at speed of light, the normal rules change. But yeah, you might be right. You might be right
But you
because
get the closer you get to it, it might not be that equation.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is that
Mm,
time and speed are intrinsically linked, right? Which
mhm.
is what that equation shows.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and what happens is the faster you go towards the speed of light,
Mhm,
the
mhm,
slower the time gets. And actually, if you think about it, it's not, because if you went infinitely fast,
mhm.
you would go a distance within no time. So time stops,
Mm. Yes.
right? So let's say you and I are probably maybe we're 50 kilometers from each other, right?
Yeah.
So if I got to you in 50 minutes,
Mhm,
sorry, if I got to you an hour, then I'll be going 50 kilometers an hour.
mhm,
So if I got to you in half an hour, that means I'm going 100 kilometers an hour.
mhm,
If I got to you in, I can't do that kind of math. Let's say I got
mhm,
to you in a minute.
mhm.
What is that? Then I'm going whatever, 250 for
Per
2,500
hour, per hour.
per
Yeah,
hour.
yeah,
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 right.
yeah,
2,500 kilometers an hour, let's say.
yeah,
But if I got to you in no time at all,
yeah.
that means time has stopped.
Yeah.
But time has stopped for me, not for you,
That's mad.
right? And
That's
that's
mad.
what the difference is.
Yeah,
Because an
yeah,
hour has passed for you that didn't exist for me.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
However, the weird thing is the hour would have felt like it existed for me,
yeah.
but when I get there and it's basically an hour gone
Um,
past. I don't understand that part. That's just way too
there.
confusing.
I need to watch that movie again. Do you know the one I'm talking about? Where this
Interstellar,
guy
oh,
Interstellar. Yeah.
sick film.
It kind of went over my head a little bit. But it's been a while. I think it needs to be watched again. Um.
So
But
they
yeah.
go on a planet which is right next to a black hole.
Mhm.
And because it's near to a black hole, the time dilation happens, right?
Mm,
So basically, when they're on that planet, it
mm.
might seem like an hour for them, but it's a long time passes on the
Yeah.
outside world. Like, so
Yeah.
years, or like an hour is a year,
Yeah.
essentially,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something like that. So
Yeah.
they end up being there for 20 hours, like 20 years pass, or something like that, whatever it is,
That's crazy.
right?
Yeah.
And that is real. That's not a fake thing. That is
No, no,
literally
that could
what
actually
happens.
happen. Yeah.
And that is the theory behind why time travel is possible. So you could go forward in time.
Forward in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
could.
what would
You could.
happen? I would travel. Let's say I traveled a year.
Yeah.
If I traveled a year at the speed of light, my year would be whatever it is, like 1,000 years in normal time. Not 1,000 years, but whatever it is.
None of that, like, you can't comprehend it. Like,
No, it makes no sense.
it makes no sense. And like, it just goes to show there's limits to our understanding, right? No matter how much
We
we've
don't understand
advanced,
reality. That's the issue. That's the bottom line.
no matter how much we've advanced, yeah, it's like there's certain things that will just be out of our understanding, and that's one of those things, as
Like
well.
some mad things, right? So apparently 5% of the universe is made out of normal matter that we can see or feel or understand.
Yeah, yeah,
95% of it, we have no idea what it is. And most of the energy, we don't even know what it is. Only 68% of, no, what's the opposite? 68, 32%
yeah.
is energy that we understand. The other 68% is energy that we don't understand. We don't know what it is.
Hmm.
That is mad. Like, what is that? What's happening?
Dark matter in it, dark matter.
You know what the
Dark
weird thing
matter.
is, right?
Yeah.
So this has always bothered me, and I think I understand it now, but I'm trying to get my head around it.
Hmm.
Why did God create us so small? Because if you think it, we are infinitesimally small, right? If that's the right way of saying it, we're like we're tiny.
We're minute.
We're minute.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we so small? Because we're quite a significant thing in the universe,
No,
right?
but it's in scale because then we're massive compared to an atom, right? Then you got atomic scale of
Yeah.
stuff. That's a whole nother world in there. Because like when you start going into what's the smallest thing in the world, like
Yeah.
scientists are still finding stuff. You can go atom, then the atom is made of protons and neutrons, and then there's quarks, and then there's other stuff I forgot the names of. So like it,
So this is what I found out, right? So there's this thing called the Planck length.
yes,
It's 1.616 times 10 to the minus 35,
yeah.
right? And apparently that is essentially, it is often considered the smallest meaningful distance in physics. It's 10 to the minus 20 times the size of a proton. 10 to the minus 20 times. So I was going to say 20 times, but it's not. That's, I don't know how to say how many times that is smaller than a proton. It's 10 to the minus 20 times smaller than a proton.
Yeah.
I don't know what I don't have the language to kind of describe that, right? So I'm thinking maybe we're not infinitesimally small. We're probably right in the middle,
Oh, that's a bold statement.
right? Because if the Planck value is 10 to the 35 or 1.616255 times 10 to the minus 35, maybe we are that much. That's how big the universe is compared to us as well.
This is why it's mind blowing.
We need that lady. What's her name? The science lady,
I know something.
whatever her name is. I bet she'd know. So I reckon we're
Um,
about in the middle.
do you know who's good as well? That
Degrassi Junior.
yeah,
Degrassi.
that guy knows his stuff as well.
He's quite interesting. Yeah, I like him. He can be a bit
Neil
kind
deGrasse.
of. Actually, I feel like he's changed a bit. He used to sound like he was very dismissive and very kind of up himself as a scientist. I'm a scientist. I know everything. Everybody else is dumb.
Yeah.
I feel like he's changed a bit though. I don't think he.
Is it?
I don't feel like I've.
He's
Yeah, you do
mellowed out,
catch
do
a
you
bit of
think?
that. Yeah, I think he's mellowed out a bit.
But he's really good at explaining stuff, I find. His clips and stuff that come on social media is really good. And what's her name? Hannah Fry, that's it. Yeah, she's really good as
Yeah.
well.
Do you know what else is really weird? Now, this is not really space, but it is properly weird science. Quantum entanglement. Okay. I'm gonna explain this completely wrong. So, actually, I think I'm gonna use Google to explain this because I'm gonna say it wrong and then it sounds stupid. Entanglement. Right. Okay.
Oh yeah.
The pairs of groups of particles become linked and
Yeah.
share a single quantum state, regardless of the distance separating them. So two separate lots of particles popping along,
Mm.
and I think by state they mean they can be positive or negative, right?
I don't know. Measuring one particle
I'm pretty sure it's
immediately.
positive, yeah.
Oh wow. Measuring one
They
particle
share spin, yeah.
immediately tells you the state of the other, even if they are light years apart.
Yeah. So once they get entangled, however they get entangled, they share states, and states I think means the direction they're spinning in. They share states
Yeah.
regardless of where they are in the universe. And they have no clue how they share this information. How does one know what the other what it's doing?
Yeah. This is getting a bit good, yeah. Getting a bit complicated.
That is madness. That is literally what are you talking about? That is magic. There's
Is
no other word for it, right? That's magic.
is is that the whole matter antimatter thing? Is that
No, no, no.
related?
Matter antimatter thing is basically there is stuff that we know and we understand, which is like the 5% of matter that we can feel and see.
Mm,
But the universe
mm.
is way more dense than the amount of stuff that we can actually see or detect.
Right, gotcha.
So like, where's this other stuff coming from? The
Mm,
other stuff is dark matter.
No, but then there's annihilation when like a particle collides with its antiparticle, and then
Yeah, I
there's
don't understand what that is.
that whole world, that thing. Like if you found your anti,
Anti-Wasim,
yeah, anti was
or
seen,
you'd be proper evil.
then no, the whole, if you ever met him, then the whole world would just whole universe would just be destroyed or something like that.
Like Back to the Future.
Yeah. I feel like we're just going off topic into stuff that we have no idea about.
We know the words, but we don't know how they work. But to be fair, I don't think anybody knows how these things work. It's not one of those things that like we're kind of going, oh yeah, we know how it works. No one knows. And quantum entanglement, no one understands. And in fact, quantum physics, no one even really understands what that means. So once you start getting beyond a certain size of thing, it all rules are off. It's like going into the black hole. It's like all rules are off. It's like what's going on in there? It doesn't make any sense. No one knows it. No one can understand it yet. Maybe won't even able to understand it. There's a really good article on NASA Science or science.nasa.gov about the spooky science of quantum entanglement because it's just really weird. So if you figure it out, let us know. Comment below if you figure it out. Back to space because I think that's a bit
Yeah,
far from space.
far-fetched.
Quasars. Quasars are mental. Got what
Quasar.
quasar
I
is.
don't even know what quasar is. Again, this is sad. I remember these terms sound familiar, like I used to at some point, and then when you're not into it, you start losing.
Right.
Um, extremely luminous active galactic. Okay, so what is this? What is this
So
thing?
basically, in the middle of a galaxy, you
Mm,
get normally a black hole which is quite big,
mm-hmm,
and to some extent, it's the thing that keeps the galaxy structured.
mm-hmm.
Because as it spins, the closer stars spin around it, and that
Yeah,
spin then affects all the other stars,
yeah,
and they all kind of spin around that and all go off together, right?
yeah, yeah,
So as this black hole moves through space, the rest of the galaxy moves with it.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Occasionally, these things become supermassive, so they start swallowing stars, but they keep swallowing this, keep swallowing this, keep swallowing,
Mm-hmm.
and what happens is they spin. So there's then two forces. The one force is gravity pulling in because there's
Mm-hmm.
supermassive black hole, but the other force is the spin. I don't understand why a black hole spins, but it does, right?
Mm-hmm.
Things tend to spin in the world. I'm going to
Yeah.
call it, because I don't have any scientific real explanation for it, I'm going to call it the sunnah of Allah, right? Allah decides it's going to happen, it happens. And I suppose all of these things that we've spoken about, entanglement and black holes and all that stuff, ultimately God decides what he wants to do and it
Yeah.
happens. So this thing spins, right? It spins so fast that as things come in, if they're not angled quite right, basically they just go and it obliterates them. By doing that, it shoots off these massive amounts of energy into the universe.
Yeah.
And because it's spinning, it makes like a boop,
Mm.
boop sound. So they heard
Oh,
this.
right.
Right. They had these they had these big what's the word? These big radio telescopes,
Mm.
and the radio telescopes can pick up the sound
Mm.
of it beeping. And they were like, oh my God, it's aliens. Aliens are out there. Aliens are coming. It wasn't aliens, it was these quasars, which is brilliant. It's so cool. They're extremely luminous, obviously. Normally
Yeah.
very far away. And they look like stars. If you look from a telescope, you can actually see them apparently. They look like stars. That is a madness.
It just makes you realize like there's so much we just don't know. Like
Yeah.
there's just so much we don't know. It's crazy. I mean, there's definitely like the chances of other life being out there is must be like, come on, like we cannot be the only like living
I
thing.
do wonder if so. We know, like Islamically, we know that. So a slight aside. Let's just talk about something for a second.
Mm.
So people listening might be going, "Why do they keep sticking Islamic stuff in a conversation about science?" Right? And I suppose there's something about worldview there.
Mm.
And our worldview is there are different types of knowledge, right?
Mm.
So there is knowledge that you can find through experimentation.
Yeah.
So you do something happens, and therefore you deduce that this is the why it's happening, and that's knowledge.
Yeah.
There's science, there's intrinsic knowledge. So
Mm.
you don't really need any explanation that if you have one thing and one thing, then you have two things.
Yeah.
There's no real requirement for logic,
Mhm.
experimentation, or any other thing that's intrinsic. We know that, right? We know that one is more than nothing. Because if there's nothing, then there's one is more. One is more than nothing. It's intrinsic knowledge. Logical knowledge, right? So we can work out that if 1 + 1 is 2 and 2 + 2 is 4, then if you have 4 ones, you must have 4, right? Logical. That's just like if A equals B and B equals C, all that sort of stuff, right? I think there's another couple of kind of basic philosophical knowledges. What we believe in is also revealed knowledge, which is not, it's just as definite as the knowledge that is logical or intrinsic or derived, right? And therefore, as Muslims, we will perfectly happily, in these sorts of conversations, skip between those two different types of things. What's revealed knowledge and what's kind of scientific knowledge, without any hesitation in terms of it being different or it not being classed the same. It's not, we're not worried about its scientific validity.
Right.
Now I've forgotten why I said that. What were we talking about?
The types of knowledge and why we're talking about religion. Why do we bring Islam into it? You were saying.
Oh, right. So we know Islamically there's 3 types of beings really created.
Okay. Yes.
That are beings, right?
Yeah.
So there's angels are created first, then jinn, then ins, right? Then mankind. I don't think it says anywhere that they're all created on Earth. How do we know there's not planets out there of just the genies doing doing genie stuff out there?
Yeah,
right?
we don't know.
We don't know. How do we know there's not people doing angelic stuff on planets somewhere? Yeah, we don't know. Actually, we don't even know that there's not another type of human being that is just a human being, but just not on this planet. It's not on this Earth. Earth is the Earth, right? It's on a different Earth, somewhere out there, and it's doing whatever it needs to do. Right. And actually, we don't even know if we're in the same time. The time could be completely like we're going to get completely like mind bending now. So time doesn't necessarily need to be the same for you and me even. So events within that time don't need to be the same for you and me. So things that are happening for you don't necessarily need to be happening in my reality. So let's say in my reality, you've got a Ferrari and a mansion. In your reality, you might not have that. Or in your reality, you've got a Ferrari and a mansion.
Yeah,
which you probably have.
And it's like for example, where after people die, like where
Yeah.
they go, what reality are
Where
they
is
in?
that? Where is that? Yeah.
And what time that is in, you know. And I don't know if you've heard this about angels, like even there's is it a hadith where someone says there's angels of so many different sizes,
Yeah.
going from there's an angel where ear to ear of this angel is the width of the universe. Like that's how massive this angel is.
He's a big boy. Hey, big boy.
Have you heard anything like that? Or am I just making it up? I'm pretty sure
I don't know. I might have. I
I need to
haven't.
I
Look
need
it
to
up.
look it up.
Big boy angel.
So yeah, so your point about the different we believe in different beings.
And jinn can definitely. So they traditionally went around wherever they wanted. Now
Yeah.
they've been somewhat limited to not be able to go outside of the firmament. I don't know if the firmament's the right word. I think firmament has Christian connotations, so maybe that's not the right word. But outside of the kind of scope of the universe, they're not allowed to do that anymore. But they used to be able to go to anywhere. So, and the whole thing about what's the correct word? What are the different planets? What are the different worlds? There's a word in Arabic in the Quran which is the different worlds. Which is it's gonna annoy me now.
Is
Brain's
it
not
from the
working.
surah? Rabbil Alamin? No.
So Alameen, I think Alameen means more than one world. Alameen meaning. Not Alameen. Alameen. Annoying. The worlds or all creation, right? So all creation is really interesting because like Allah seems to use quite precise language in the Quran, which is really interesting. He doesn't use words just randomly. It's not
Very
when Rahman is used or when Hay is used or Qayyum is used or Malik is used or right. And these are words of these are names of God specifically used for a specific reason.
And like Norman Ali Khan, he's amazing for those kind of explanations. Like he can talk about words for like hours. Like I remember just from Bismillah Rahman Rahim, he just spoke. He did like a 1 hour just on that. Why is it bi? Why is it not ba? Why is it, like every single is there for a reason. Every single letter is there for a reason.
So I saw this thing this sister did on Instagram, and she kind of she takes apart Surah Rahman. And she says, so people use Surah Rahman as it's like a really beautiful, pretty poetic kind of surah, right? And it is, but actually there's a specific rhyming structure to it. And that structure itself has got meaning, and it's a theoretical, not theoretical, what's the word? Theocracy. I'll say it. Theoretical. What's the right word?
I don't know what word you do. What does it spell? How do you spell it? What?
Theocratic. Is it theocratic?
I just found that the hadith about the angel. While you look for that.
Oh yeah, go on.
So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "I have been given permission to speak about one of the angels of Allah who carry the throne, that the distance between his earlobes and his shoulders is equivalent to a 700-year journey." So the context of this is that, like, the size, the enormous celestial scale of these angels. Okay. So yeah, that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. That these creatures exist. Yeah.
Massive, if you think about it. So what was I going to say? So the Ar-Rahman has this like thing where it goes A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
D, C, B, A, right? And it goes all the way through like that. And actually, it's not only in the structure of the individual lines, it's in the structure of the kind of larger themes that it talks about. So it talks about Ar-Rahman, Allama al-Quran. So it talks about like the Quran and the creation and the way you're created and what's good, what's bad, all those sorts of things. And it ends up in the middle of the ayah. It talks specifically in the middle of the surah, specifically talking about God the Most High, Allah the Most High, and then it kind of winds its way out again. So it's
Oh,
like
I
it's
see.
so cool. So the A B C D D
Yeah.
C B A is not only in the individual lines; it's in the
Mm.
whole surah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
the
yeah,
structure of
yeah,
the surah, I think
yeah,
it's like the ayah 26.
yeah.
It ends at that D place, and then it goes outwards again. And she goes, it's not.
Crazy.
It's like it's
Yeah.
a proof of the
Mm.
of God almost in within that surah. And it's like
Yeah,
really
yeah.
clever. Like, whoa, whoa. I did say
That
the
is.
whole thing about the words. Oh yeah, Alameen, right? So
Yeah.
Alameen is not used as a. It's not by mistake that word is used, right? It's
Mm.
used for a specific reason,
Mm-hmm.
and it means that there are more than one world. And what does
Mm.
that mean? Does it mean that there are worlds on top of one another? Because they're kind of
Mm.
described on top of one another.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
if they
yeah.
are, where is heaven, right? And is heaven and hell together, and then
Mm.
we're all below, or is hell somewhere below us, and
Mm.
heaven's at the top? And it's like there's so much we don't understand. There's so much that we don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Where are these things? And the thing is that on Isma Miraj, the
Mm.
Prophet actually went and he
He went.
saw
Yeah.
hell from afar, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And he
yeah,
went
yeah.
into heaven.
Yeah.
So he traveled beyond all of these things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, we
And
are
the
limited.
Alameen, sorry, one last thing. And the
Right.
Alameen is Jannah is not,
Mm.
and Alameen are not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Alameen is
Mm.
all of the worlds, and Jannah
Yeah.
is the top part where the
Wow.
kind of believers will be.
Yeah, yeah,
And within that, there's 7 levels as
yeah.
well.
I mean, we're limited by what we've been given in terms of vision. Like, and as I
Uh,
said, like, there's things we don't understand, we don't see. We think it's and like in terms of like we understand distance. Like this place is over here, and I have to
yes.
travel to
Yeah, yeah,
get
yeah.
there. But like that's such a limited way of understanding things because
Yeah,
even like there's jinns that can like travel to places instantly.
yeah,
Solomon alayhi salam had like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
he had
yeah.
jinns and they could just travel instantly anywhere. Um, I was watching this documentary about cats. Like we mentioned, it's like cats can see things. Even cats see better than us in some aspects. Like at
Yeah,
night, they
yeah,
see things. They even see like ultraviolet light, which makes sense because
right,
they stare at something on the wall, and it could be like because you know like cat pee, you can't
right.
see it, but you need a
Yeah, yeah,
special
yeah.
ultraviolet light to
Yeah,
see
yeah,
cat
yeah,
pee.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like, but they can see it when a cat leaves pee or a trail of
Yeah,
like a scent or something, they see it,
yeah,
and I'm just like, that's what they're staring at. That's what they're
yeah.
seeing
I'm
something.
gonna knock that cat out, came on my area, did a pee. I'm gonna kill it.
So
Traffic for a
even
gangster.
even cats can see things that we can't see. And so on that basis, it is mind blowing. It's mind blowing.
You know. That started off as space
Mm,
and then went off about like theology and kind of kind of related to space.
yeah, ended up with cats.
Ended up with cats, which is probably a good place for it to end up. Always a good place to end up.
Yeah.
Right. So this weekend
Mm,
things will go live. Big things will happen. Okay.
okay.
And what happened is I set up the account and then I put the password.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'll set it up again and
Um,
upload stuff.
on the topic of space, obviously there's a movie out now that I wanted to watch.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my
Hail
God.
Mary, we need to go see that.
So if you whenever you're free or whenever you can, or even weekend or
Let me
something.
work out what's happening Sunday night. Oh yeah, we're not really. Maybe Monday night.
Yeah, I don't
Sunday
mind.
or Monday night. Let
Whatever.
me confirm.
hmm
Yeah, it's supposed to be quite good.
Um,
For someone I know
I
went to
know,
see
I
it.
know the story. I read the book. It's a really
Oh,
good
okay,
story. Really good story. Yeah.
okay. I'm
Okay.
I'm up for that.
Cool.
Right. Have a great weekend. I'll
All right.
catch
You
you
too.
maybe on the weekend on Monday.
Yes, inshallah.
Bye bye.
Okay, then.